Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution. I'm back. I talked to my buddy Cody yesterday. I saw him at the card shop, and he goes, "Man, I go on vacation. I come back, and you're going every 2 or 3 days. What's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And here we are, 10:30. It's been a busy weekend. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy year. Dad joke. What's going on? Happy Sunday. I've got, I had to shut my doors. I woke up, took Ernie out to go potty this morning, and I hear this noise, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time for this. I haven't even had time to shave. I don't have time for this noise. And I'm like, I hope this noise is coming from outside so I don't have to deal with it. So I take Ernie to go potty. As soon as I step outside, I don't hear the noise. I'm like, shit, it's in the basement. Hopefully nothing's on fire. So I think this was at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And I didn't go to bed till after 1. I streamed on eBay till like 12:15, 12:20 last night. So one of the longer streams I've had. So I just go back to bed. I'm like, that's a noise that I'll figure out in a few hours. So Ernie wakes me up at, 8:30, I think. Take him out to go potty again. And I'm hoping, as I'm getting out of bed, I'm like, God, I hope that noise is gone. I hope it just went away. I hope that noise just went away. Or maybe it was like I was still sleepy. It was a dream. So take Ernie to go potty. And I'm like, by this time it's 8:30. I'm like, I need to just get up and start moving around, get some coffee. It's going to be a long day. So put Ernie back into bed. Now it's time to go investigate whatever the hell this noise is. And it's what I expected. So we have an April air system, which is puts humidity in the air. And it gets really dry, obviously, in the winter. So which kind of, you have to run a dehumidifier in the summer and a humidifier in the winter. So and I didn't think, while my wife was gone last month, it's like it was like really cold, like 30 below wind chills cold. So sucks all the moisture out of the air. Now, even with an April air system, it's still going to be, dry. So I'm like, I don't know if the April air system's working. And I've got it cranked. Goes up to level 7. I've got it cranked up to 7. Not working. Or it says it's working, but I don't think it is. So that's what it was. So it's the April air is making this loud buzz. I have like all the doors closed to where it's coming from, and I can still like hear it. I'm going to be hearing it in my sleep. So I came downstairs. I inspect it. Sure enough, it's the April air. And it's got something is closed. So I tried to open it, but I think you have to have a screw. It's like if I have to use a screwdriver, it probably means I shouldn't be doing it. If I have to use a tool to flip this switch, I probably shouldn't do it without supervision. So I went to the panel, the April air panel, and one of the lights is red and it says, or orange, and it says replace water panel. So of course I chat GPT it. And at least this gives me a little guidance. So we're going to have to call the April air people to have them fix it or whatever. Shoot, where's my chat at? All right, well, it's not there. But anyway, it told me what it was probably. It's like, if you replace the water panel, the buzzing should go away. It's like, okay, so I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to be all day. I'm going to be working because I got to be shipping. So all day I'm going to be hearing this damn April air buzz. So what's going on? Happy Sunday. Did not go live yesterday morning because I slept in. Did a late show on Friday night as well on eBay Live, and had a card shop trip. And I was actually going to go live, but I slept in. I wake up and I'm like, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, it was already, I don't know, 9:30. It's like 9:30. If I go on for an hour, I got to shower yet. So I still had to shower. And then by that time, it's 10 o'clock, Hobby Hotline's on. And it's like, I'm just going to skip it all, take a shower. I'm just going to go to the shop. The shop opens at 10. I'll get there at like 11 after I shower and hit up the Dunkin' drive-thru. Had a coffee. I still don't have creamer. I still don't have shaving cream. I still don't have a haircut. What else am I missing? Q-tips, coffee creamer. I just said that. Food in the kitchen. We've eaten takeout like every night. So, including last night again. So I hit the Dunkin' drive-thru. Had a coffee and a sandwich. The sandwich is really good. Sausage, egg, and cheese. So had that. Went to Fort Atkinson. Went to Dude's Card Shop because I'm always buying, baby. Always be buying. So that's it's both the positive and the negative to live selling is you get to buy. You have to buy. I get to buy cards all the time. I have to buy cards all the time. So, but hey, I am loving it. And I had a great time yesterday. So I went over to Dudes. I had my buddy Jackson buying for me at the Oak Creek card show. So he was picking up, kind of like the bulk Drake May rookies, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, stuff like that. Wemby, Luka, Kobe, Michael Jordan. So he's picking that stuff up for me. And, I was picking some of that stuff up as well, but I was also going to go showcase shopping. So I got there and I probably talked about this in the previous time I went. This was only the second time I've been there. It has become Dude's Card Shop in Fort Atkinson has become my favorite card shop. Simply because of variety. And price. They have great prices. They have really good prices and they have awesome variety. And Ross is one of the owners who he said he's not really as big of a Cubs fan as he used to be, but his PC is like Cubs. It's like not for sale. Here's my best Cubs. And he's got some awesome Cubs. I should have taken some pictures, but so he does have a shelf dedicated to Cubs, a shelf dedicated to Brewers. So I picked up quite a few Cubs cards out of the showcase that I'll take with me to Cubs convention in a couple weeks. But I mean, all the way from vintage to Bowman Chrome, 2025 Bowman Chrome. And so I love that. The only downside to the inventory selection is they don't have like soccer, hockey, wrestling, stuff like that. But that's a lower seller for me. But baseball, football, basketball, boom, they got it. So I walk in and the first thing I see is the bargain boxes and vintage. I'm like, oh, it's like the lights shining down right on this bargain box. And I'm like taking my coat off and I'm staying a while. So I'm digging through and find a lot of good stuff, some Cubs vintage that I have, but I have now at the ready, paid a couple bucks for it. And I can put that out at Cubs convention. So I was digging and it was pretty quiet like early on. And I think they even mentioned, they're like, yeah, yesterday was bonkers. And they didn't use that term, but they said it was crazy. And it was kind of quiet, but by the time I left it really picked up. But what I love about the shop is, so it's a former bar. So they have bargain boxes like set up on the bar with bar stools. So you're just sitting at a bar stool looking at cards. The only thing missing is the beer, but at 11 o'clock, I didn't need one. So I was going through the boxes and just trying to time out like, okay, what time's Jackson going to be done at Oak Creek that he can come over and meet up, which we actually timed up perfectly. A little small talk. There was another guy digging through boxes. He had a McMurray football sweatshirt on, and which McMurray is in Jacksonville, Illinois, which is not far from where I lived for a long time down in Macomb at Western. And I'm like, did you go to McMurray? He's like, well, actually, I coached football there. I'm like, really? I worked at Western and lived in Macomb for a long time. And he's like, and now he's coaching at Beloit. And he grew up over in the Bloomington Normal area. So he's a fellow Fib. So we talked for a little bit and got up, looked at some of the showcases, just kind of like, all right, what's in the showcases that looks good, and finished. I had Jackson had texted me. He's like, I'm on my way. So I wanted to kind of time it out to where I finished up to where I get to the showcases and do the deal. So I had like piles, 2 super huge piles of bargain box stuff. Take that to the counter. I'm like, there's a bunch of stuff in the showcase that I want to look at. And Ross was like, here's the key. You can just open up anything you want and just take whatever you need. So I'm like, awesome. So I picked up a bunch of showcase stuff. There was some Cubs stuff that I'll take to Cubs convention, just some random stuff. And then in the vintage case, he had, and I also like that their showcases are like curated. So like there's a vintage showcase, and then and then within the case, like the football case has a Packers shelf. And then the baseball, one of the modern baseball cases has a Cubs shelf and a Brewer shelf. So I like, they have an eBay only. So like everything that has a black tag is in their eBay store, and then you can work with them on, get a little discount from their eBay price. So I was looking through that. In their vintage case, they had, and I saw this earlier in the day because I'd asked, he was getting into that case, and I'm like, is that a complete set of 70 Topps basketball? And it was this. Yes, that's a Pete Maravich rookie card. And he's like, well, it's the high number set. It's actually really good. It's just off center, which, is going to affect the value a little bit. But, I was looking through, and, I kind of pulled out some of the Jerry West. It's like, this is really nice. And the Jerry West is not perfectly centered either, but I mean, nice condition. So Jerry Sloan rookie, which is actually centered. So it's a really nice set. It's the high numbers only, but they had a price tag of $400, and I'm like, I can probably get $250 to $300 on the Maravich alone. So I may do a set break on that. I don't know. We'll see what I need to. I'm starting to stockpile some of the higher end inventory because I want to give it a proper runway to promote for a future show. So I've just got to kind of figure out, okay, this is going to be a vintage night. This is going to be if I do a set break night, there's only like 70 cards. So it would be a pretty quick show, but I think it's a pretty quick show, but I'm selling, it should sell for more than 400 altogether. If it doesn't, I'd be really disappointed on something like that, because that's a really good price. So had a good time. And then as I was just finishing up the showcases, Jackson pulled in, and so we got our deal done. My buddy Cody 608 dropped in, and he had some stuff that he was looking to sell, and the shop didn't want it. And so he's like, you interested? And I'm like, what do you got? He's at Acuna auto. He's like, I'd do that for 80. And then some Otanis. One was a rookie, and then two other Otanis. And I'm like, and it's like $100 for all 4. I'm like, done, deal, easy. So that was good. So ended up doing 3 buys. We're always buying, baby. Always be buying. So I think I don't need to buy anything this week. But I probably will. I've still got a lot of stuff. I've got a ton of shipping to do today. We're going to go live tonight. So after tomorrow, I can kind of reassess where I'm at. I can hopefully get a little sorting done, take Monday off of selling, but I will be shipping all day Monday. And then we're also getting the tables set up and ready to go public on Monday morning, tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the Madison Card Show. It's coming up Saturday, January 24th, which is only 20 days away. The Alliant Energy Center. Parking, they are charging for parking. It's $10 to park. They raised the rate starting January 1st. Admission $5, 250 dealer tables. Any unbooked tables will go on sale 10 a.m. Tomorrow for existing dealers. I'll have a map that you have access to before the public does. So if you want to flip out and switch out tables, you'll have 16 hours to do so. So I'm giving it like a 9 a.m. deadline tomorrow morning. So then by 10, we can make it live for the public, so they can choose their spots. So it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend, and went live last night. Had a good time. It's funny because I did the same amount of auctions Friday night as I did Saturday night, and I think last night I went 45 minutes longer because I told too many stories last night. So, but it's like, hey, it's Saturday night. We're having a good time. Let's go say hello to the chat. Boston Smoke is here. Good morning. Andres, good morning. Merle's in the house. Good morning. Unicorn Cupcake is here. What's going on? Jody, good morning. Unicorn says, in your course, have you seen any non-sport eBay live sellers other than TCG? No. The only time, specifically vintage non-sport, no. It may come up during like a vintage night. Baseball Card Exchange does a lot of vintage nights. I don't know if they ever do non-sport. That would be your best bet, would be Baseball Card Exchange. And just drop into one of their vintage streams and say, hey, do you have any non-sport, or do you plan on doing any non-sport nights? I would say Baseball Card Exchange is your best bet for vintage non-sport among the eBay live sellers. Asking if you can make a living just selling Desert Storm cards. Probably not. Desert Storm cards should be TTM. Desert Storm cards should be a thing. Unicorn says probably cheaper to book a helicopter to parachute into the Madison Card Show to avoid parking fees. It might be. I don't know what helicopter rates are these days. Dairyland Picker, there he is. What's going on? Happy New Year. Denny's in the house. So yeah, it was a good weekend. We are crushing. So I forgot as the year went on, and my goal for growth was 40% year over year by the end of 2025. We crushed it at 317%. So I'm going through and I'm like, so that number is going to drop drastically. No, that number is actually that number's not going to go up, but I'm going to continue seeing huge growth year over year until probably June. And that's when that's going to, kind of drop a little bit. It's not going to be 300% it might be, who knows? It might be, you never know what the future holds. Because I looked and I'm like, wait, I had a pretty crappy January last year. So I probably will be. So I'm over 1,000%. eBay stops counting at 1,000%. And it just gives you a greater than arrow. So I am, my net sales year to date, 2026, the first 3+ days of January, greater than 1,000%. My quantity sold is up over 20%, and my average sales price per item is up 475%. So I'll continue seeing some huge growth for probably the first half of the year, and then it might tail off. Who knows? We might see 300% year-end growth again. I don't know, but we might. Speaking of non-sports vintage, I forgot to run the welcome back Cotter packs last night. I ended up, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to run this card and then I'll go get them. And I don't think I ever got the welcome back Cotter packs. Merle says, what about eBay live sellers just selling Threes Company cards? Hey, it's a choice. It would be a choice. It would be a choice. So yeah. So my goals, have I gone live since? I think I have. So I basically just have one goal for 2026. Over the course of the past 30 days, if I continue doing that, I will hit my goal. I just got to keep those numbers up, which I feel like with the momentum eBay Live has had, I'm starting off with, back in the summer, we were at, over the course of all eBay Live sports card streams, there were probably on a Wednesday night, there were about 150 viewers across all streams. And there were probably only 4 or 5 streams at that point. And then we got to about 250 viewers across all streams in September, October. And we were probably up to 8, 10, 12 streams. And over the course of the last couple of weeks, we've exceeded 500 and some nights over 600 viewers across the eBay live streams with about the same amount of streams. There hasn't been as many eBay live streams over the holidays, which has been really good for me and other eBay live sellers that have gone live. during this time. So I need to get this. All right. So I'm going to actually schedule. I haven't scheduled mine yet for tonight, which I need to do that right now. I started it right before I went live. So I'm going to do let's do raw cards and singles because I don't have any slabs left. All right. So I'm going to get this scheduled, and then I want to see how many live streams we have on eBay Live today. ebay.com/eBay Live. I mean, I remember this time of day. Well, it's a little later than we used to go live, but I mean, there's 153 people watching a coin sale. There's 113 watching a clothes sale. More coins, 82, 75 in a Pokemon stream, 63 in a break, 51 in another coin. Sunday must be coin day. 48 on Pokemon, 47 on comics, 43 on coins, 40 on coins. I mean, watching the growth of eBay Live has just been so much fun. So sports singles right now, there's 63 watching primetime. There's 33 in stoners. And there's 24 watching Hobby Box NY. It looks like they're doing a box break or maybe personals. I don't know. So ComC's going live at 11. Attaboy Cards at 1. Frog Pretzel, awesome name. They're going on at 4. 5 o'clock for Part-Time Collector. ComC's on again at 5. Sports Card Grading at 6. Primetime at 7. I'm going on at 8. That's it. So right now in primetime, let's say 5 o'clock on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 streams. Wow. Hey, that's good for me and the other 4. So hopefully, there's going to be more sellers, but there's also going to be more buyers. I mean, just think about this. I'm celebrating the fact that there's 500 viewers across all eBay live streams in the sports card category when there's tens of millions of users. Now, not all tens of millions are in that buying in those categories, but there's a lot more than 500. And obviously there's a trickle down effect, but you look at Whatnot and there's probably 10,000 viewers in a room, right? In the sports card rooms collectively. I'm going to look right now. Categories. There's almost 8,000 viewers right now on Whatnot. Now there's probably 300 streams, but compare that to eBay Live. And so 8,000 on Whatnot, and there's about 125, or no, not even 60. Yeah, about 125 viewers on eBay Live. So I'm excited for the future. Where we at? Dairyland says, that's a lot of percents. Mark, good morning. Gem City says, always be looking, buying, always. That's right, always. Myrtle says, the wife's goal is to get you out of the house more. That is her goal. Hey, I was out of the house yesterday. I was out of the house. I didn't talk about this last week, so I didn't jinx it. I did talk about this. I did talk about it. I think I did. So I had somebody reach out to me from, I think, Minneapolis, and they wanted to buy my storage unit with all the cards, all the cards in it. So we set up Saturday, and then they reached out like Wednesday and said that they bought something else, so they weren't gonna come. So that would have been that would have. Now I wouldn't have went to the card shop yesterday and bought what I bought, but would have been nice to had that cash to buy more. Oh well. But I've still got a truckload of that I've got to drop off. I just need to find some time to get over to the storage unit and drop it all in there. Gem City says Bo should try to not isolate himself too much, but when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. I'm in the zone, man. And just seeing the numbers that I've put up over the last 30 days and last 7 days in the first few days of 2026. It's like, I mean, I could hit numbers that I never thought would be possible. So that's why I don't want to let up. Red Light, good morning. Unicorn says, with this added income, Bo might have some future additional leverage in expanding the amount of days he has to clean up the basement. Merle says eBay Live should let you open your own show, open your show saying you are buying like at a card show. People come on and show you their cards and you can work out a deal. Idea copyright MI3 cards. I think I have bought from people in the chat. They've reached out to me like through eBay messages and they've sent me links. And Chris says, I went to an estate sale on Friday and it was the typical $25 or more for a 100 count box. You got so lucky. You know, I could go to 1,000, 10,000 estate sales and I'll never replicate what I found last summer. That was a unicorn. That estate sale that I went to was a unicorn. Mark says buying yesterday was tough. Uh-oh. Chris says junk wax. That's what it's all about usually. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says, how was Dude's Card Shop? Have not been there since summer. We went to Bros Card Shop and had a lot of decent autos. So I love Dudes. I talked about it at the beginning. And I told them, and I wasn't just kissing ass. They've become my favorite shop because of their variety. When it comes to baseball, football, basketball, which other shops really don't have. That's pretty much what all shops in my area have is baseball, football, basketball. But they have a wide range, vintage, pretty much not too much in the 50s, but they have a good solid 60s and 70s selection. And they have like the 80s and 90s stuff. They have the hot prospects and the Bowman Chrome autos and stuff like that as well. So I really like it. I bought a lot of stuff from, I bought a 70 Topps Tall Boy high number basketball set with the Maravich rookie. I bought a Seaver, 68 Topps Seaver. I bought a 71 Johnny Bench PSA something. I bought a Clemente in a 5. I think a Beckett 5 on a 61 Clemente. I bought a 66 Clemente. I think that was a 3. I bought a bunch of Cubs autos that I'll take to Cubs convention. I bought a bunch of modern Drake May stuff like that. I bought some Barry Sanders and Dan Marino. So a lot of like a mix on everything. And their prices. I mean, not only do they have a wide variety and a great selection, it sounds like an infomercial for Dude's Card Shop, but their prices are great. I mean, they have really, really good prices on their stuff. So I'm definitely gonna make a move to get there more often. It's just tough, I know they have limited hours, and so it's not that. I mean, it's not that far of a maybe 40-minute drive for me, which is not bad at all. But if I have to go on like a Saturday, I think they're open. I think they stopped opening on. I think they had a lot of schedule conflicts, so I think they are closed on Thursday. I think they're only open like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's see. Gutsy's in the house. You should get into One Piece. No, I don't want to do One Piece. I don't want to do Lorcana. I don't want to do Pokemon. Not for me. Unicorn says 89 Griffey, 89 Ripken F-Face is junk wax, but still a large demand. Absolutely. And I have a large demand for, the better stuff or the older junk wax. Miller Time says, do you have the perfect nose for a proper American tea bag? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says it's about an hour from us, but usually enjoy the trip when we make it. And it's a cool, like Fort Atkinson is a cool downtown. Like Rock River goes through it. There's a couple cool antique shops in the neighborhood. It's a quaint little town. Shane says a shop turning down Ohtani rookies from walk-ins is certainly a choice. It was, I don't think they were, I think I sold a couple of the Ohtani. Oh no, I have all of them. So this is what they turned down. Damn screws. My chair's keep popping screws. So this was the Acuna auto. So it's a PSA certified, like basically an in-person auto that's slabbed. It wasn't like it's a Panini rookie. So it's not, it wasn't like a higher end. And then this was the other Ohtani, which is cool. This will do really well on live. The rookie will do better than a buy it now, but it'll still do well. And this is a 2020 Optic Contenders. So I'll do well with I'll do better than a shop would do with them. So I I'm a little surprised they turned down like the Acuna. Like this was a great price, $80 for this. I feel like is a good price. Maybe they feel like it wouldn't move in their shop. I don't know, but I should do pretty well at my buy-in on those. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says, nice. Unicorn says, because of your channel name, do you think you get an additional bump in Cubs fans in your lives? I hope so. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says, yes, even my wife likes to go along, which is not ideal. Your chair is trying to tell you something when screws are popping off. Here's why the screws are popping off. Because I lean back, and I don't think it's meant to lean back. I don't think it's meant. And I kind of like, I think, and I do this a lot, like when I'm going to reach, when I'm doing the old reach around for cards, and those screws are popping out. Mark says, I did pick up an Ohtani rookie patch auto yesterday in a trade. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, it was a good day, good weekend. I'm going to go live tonight, 8:00 Central. Tonight will be another kind of free for all. Not too many slabs. I've got a few slabs left. I still have a bunch of those hockey slabs. I haven't had much of a hockey audience like that. I had like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I just had people craving hockey, and I haven't seen that. Maybe because I don't have any hockey, so they just never came back. I don't know. But I've got some decent hockey rookie slabs. I've run a few, and I'm getting like 10 to 15 on some of the commons, which is good because I paid like $3 for them a piece. So in that auction. So what else is going on? So that's about it. So I'm always buying. Looking forward, I've got a lot of shipping to get done today. I've got to get that map ready. Go Bears. I need to do laundry. I need to go to the grocery store. I need to get shaved. I need a haircut this week. Haircut can wait. I'll just wear a hat. So yeah. Madison Card Show Saturday, January 24th, Alliant Energy Center, 250 dealer tables. There will be some open spots. Those will become available to the public starting tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. So the deadline to get those tables was Friday, but you get kind of a little grace period this weekend because I just didn't have enough time. Well, and I wanted some space, some time to get the map layout. So I'm going to send, I got to go through, and I think I'm just about ready to launch the map to the existing vendors. So I'll send a blast to the current vendors that are booked for January. So if there's any spots that are open that you want to move to, we're now two days past the deadline. So you can move to wherever you're at. And then 10 o'clock tomorrow morning is when tables go on sale for anybody that wants to get in. And I've got people knocking down my door trying to get tables. So I have a feeling at 10 o'clock there's going to be a decent little rush. And it looks like there's going to be, as always, the sports room is a little smaller than the Pokemon room, but it looks like there's going to be a few open spots. Yeah, a few people didn't rebook. So there's going to be a few spots. Yep, those are all taken. So I think all these wall spots are going. Yeah, those two are open. All right. So like and subscribe tonight. Catch me on eBay Live, 8 o'clock Central. And hopefully we'll be back on tomorrow. Depends how late I go tonight, how late I sleep in. I got to take Ernie. Ernie gets to go back to doggy daycare starting tomorrow. Thank you, Dairyland Picker. Please do that very soon because I'm working on the map right now, and I'm going to send an email as soon as I get the map done. I'm sending that blast out. So probably within the next hour, any unbooked tables are going to be, people can move around. Now it's not going out to the public. It's only going to the existing vendors to move spots within the room. So just make sure you get those spots. in the next hour. All right. So have a good day. We'll see you tonight on eBay Live.